amount of snow simply overwhelmed local resources. They did not have enough pre-position in advance of this storm.
Stuck in the San Bernardino mountains are desperately looking for a way out right now.
Emergency crews are doing all they can with special equipment to help rescue the residents up there who were trapped
overnight. The drive is just too dangerous to let anyone through at this point, even for those who are simply trying to get home to the mountains, their houses.
I had one of our coworkers. I worked with him for about 20-some years. And I heard he couldn't make it to work. You know, he snowed in. I'm going, what the heck's going on up there, man? I mean, this must be a lot of snow or something. So I kept hearing about it, and he kept having to stay home and work from home. So then one day, it was on a Thursday, a couple Thursdays ago, my friend calls me and says, hey, her boyfriend says, I'm up here blading roads. They got me up here blading roads on a Thursday, clearing roads. He said, but they brought me back to the Lake Arrowhead Resort, and I said, he said, well, what am I doing here? And they said, you're not going home till Sunday. And he's like, well, I only brought clothes for one day. I didn't bring any clothes up here. So she calls me and says, hey, we got to get Garrett some clothes because he's not coming home till Sunday. He didn't take anything. So I called my other buddy, has a big tow company or whatever. So he comes over. He's, I'll go with you. Well, his truck has flashing lights and everything, right? So I was like, you're taking us because we got to get through CHP. Mm-hmm. So we go up there. He gets us through CHP. We drive all the way on a Thursday night from Apple Valley to Lake Arrowhead Resort. One lane most of the way. Tractors everywhere. Emergency vehicles everywhere. I'm like, oh my God. And the snow, the wall of snow was crazy. And I was like, I don't know if anybody's seen this. Anybody knows about this, man? I mean, these people are snowed in. So we end up getting the clothes of them or whatnot. So that night, I'm just like twisting and turning like, man, somebody's got to do something. Somebody needs help because now we're starting to hear stories of people are snowed in. We're on day 10, I think it was. And I was all 10 days snowed in. I'm all, this is crazy. Now people are starting to walk down to look for food, but the grocery stores collapsed. There's no food or there's very little food. There was a couple churches that were starting to deliver some goods and stuff. And I'm going, holy moly, man, do I need to get into this thing? I mean, how come there's no help up here? What's going on? Because people are clearing roads, but their driveways are still not clear. I mean, it was 6-7 feet to the garage door, right? So I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I said, you know what? Before I put a post out there, let me spend money. So I spent about almost $6,000. I went to Walmart, and then I went to the feed store, and the feed store, Apple Valley Feed Bin, had donated some animal food, and I bought some animal food. So I said, okay, let me take up a load up there. Let me get through CHP, and they let me go through there with all this stuff on. Actually, I had to clear it from some sheriff buddies of mine. They called their CHP buddy, and they gave him my name and said, you got clearance to go through. So I get up there, and I see everything that's going on. I'm going, oh my gosh, and people are just in line coming to try to go, and they're walking down to the grocery store, right? Some of them are walking for miles, right? They finally were able to get out of the house. They can't get their car out. So I unload some pallets of food. They're like, oh my gosh, thank you. As I'm driving down into Crestline, and people are out there shoveling, they're just, hey, thanks a bunch, man. We appreciate it. And I'm going, what the? I mean, tears are running down my eyes. I'm like, this is crazy. What country are we in, So then I get home and I was like, shoot, man, I already got into $6,000. I can't keep going. So I put a post out there, man. I said, look, here's what's going on. If you guys want to chip in, here's my Zelle, here's my Venmo. I'll keep buying if money keeps coming in, right? And I know a ton of people in the community. People jump behind me, man. They started throwing money at me. They're like, and people are like, hey, what do you need? Do you need help? Do you need drivers? So that's how it all snowballed, man. So money today, I just counted up as of yesterday. I think it was about $38,000 we raised. We've taken up truckloads of food. After we started taking truckloads of food, then more and more people started bringing food up. So it's like, okay, now we don't need food, but now we need firewood. And like I tell everybody, I said, there's more firewood on that mountain than probably this whole valley, but it's all 5 feet under snow or it's soaking wet. And then I said, okay, well, now they need sandbags, because of all this snow melt. And we got rain coming, so we started ordering truckloads of sand. I just had that one story of a lady who was a volunteer over in Running Springs, ended up ordering a truckload of sand. It was like $1,200. And I had the firefighters' information up there too, and they had messaged me the next day. They said, hey, I know you said you're raising money. This lady that's a volunteer here spent $1,200. She's like, you think there's any money to reimburse her? And I was like, man, I'm going home to finally tally up this. I said, I don't know if I'm the whole $10,000 or if we have $10,000. I have no idea. I said, but regardless, if we don't have it, we'll raise the money for her. So I got home, tallied the number. I said, shoot, we have the money. I sent her a Venmo for $1,000. She said, hey, the sand companies will give me $200 off. If you could send $1,000, it'd be great. We sent that over. So I've been posting everything. I've been posting all the receipts. It's just we're trying to send as much stuff. I had friends out there buying pallets of fruit. We bought pallets of fruit. So we're just food, any goods, firewood, sand. We're just continuing to bring, and majority of the stuff now is firewood because, like I said, it's some of these people only heat source. There's a lot of water up there. There's a lot of food up there right now. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're just continuing to bring it. Since the roads opened up as of yesterday, I put a post out there that said, hey, halt all the contributions and donations to me, financially and food-wise, any of that stuff. I said, because the roads are open, I'll continue to post what the needs are up there because I still have a lot of contacts up there that knows what the needs are. I said, but the roads are open, man. I mean, don't go up there unless you're going to help. But go up there to help. But here's what they need. So we're continuing to buy firewood. We still have a little bit of money left. I think I got about maybe $3,000 or $4,000 left. So I think we're going to continue to buy firewood. I just need continuing people to drive it up there, because to be honest, man, I'm tired. I mean, it was 5 days of just going and going and going, and had a lot of friends that did a lot of the trips too. I have friends that are continuing to go right now and deliver. I got another friend that just went up there to go dig somebody out. Somebody reached out to her and said, hey, we need help. There's still a lot of people up there that need help digging out. And that's pretty much the biggest message. I think, hey, if you have time, if you got a day off, if you just go up there and start driving around, you're going to find somebody. There is so many people on that mountain that are buried, and they're finding dead bodies every day. I mean, I don't know how many they're going to find. It's sad, but they need help. They need help. Yeah, so my Instagram is at the Mike Arias, and my Facebook is at Mike Arias Jr., Mike Arias Jr. So that's Mikearias. So if they want to get a hold of me, and like I said, or follow me, because like I said, I'm posting the stuff that they need or stuff that we need help with. I've had 2 loads, and we bought that 1 load, so 3 loads of sand have already gone up there with sandbags. We've probably put up there, I don't even know, maybe 30 cords of wood possibly already. And we're going to continue to buy more. So like I said, if they want to help, follow me and let me know. When you see something up there, let us know. And I don't know if you call it a calling, you call it whatever you want, but I was just like, these people need help. And the only people that are up there are mostly emergency people or the people that live there. So there was not a lot of people coming from out of the area because they couldn't get up, right? So like I said, for me going up there and seeing it and just going, oh my gosh, this is the craziest snow they've had. They said it was 8 to 10 feet, really taking a toll. So it's going to be a long time. Like I said, I knew the first week when I put the post out, I said, look, this is probably going to be a week or 2 deal. But like I said, week now we're into it. Roads are back open. It's getting easier. It's getting a little bit better. So it's happening, but it's going to be a long process for sure.